Hello, good morning and welcome to Colliers TV. This morning we are sitting with Mr. J.C.Sharma, Vice Chairman and Managing Director of Sobha here in Bangalore. Mr. Sharma, I'd like to start with a personal question. You've had a long career in Sobha. I'd like to start with, how did you begin in real estate, and how has your journey in Sobha been?
Good morning, Joe. Thanks for this conversation. See, sometimes in our life, things happen we do not plan. Basically, I am a chartered accountant and a company secretary. I was working for Grasim in Mumbai.
Okay.
I had a good friend in Bangalore, and before I was working for Grasim, I was working in Bangalore with a mini steel plant, and he had been pushing me to come back to Bangalore and somehow looking for an opportunity without me telling him ever that I want to come back. Couple of times on behalf of Sobha also he did talk, but somehow or rather things did not work out. Then maybe around late 2000, once again when he brought this issue, I thought, why not? I have a home in Bangalore and I can go and meet at least one person. So I come and I meet Mr. Menon. He used to stay in Taj West End, Bangalore, and it was a dinner meeting and there was no questions, as if you have been pre-selected, and only a formality. He only asked me, before you go back to Mumbai, why not you visit the Infosys campus, what we have built, the corporate office at that point of time, and one of our residential projects. And then he deputed one of his senior marketing guy to accompany me next day. So I visited these two places. With my background, honestly, I did not know much about the technical part, but at least I could realize here I am talking to someone who is not bothered about the person, who is not bothered about the finances, but he is bothered about the product and is proud of his product. So I thought, as far as my family was concerned, they were more than willing to come back to Bangalore. I said, let me take a chance, and I joined Sobha. I did not know honestly how real estate sector was at that point of time and how my destiny will take me. And within 6 months or so, Mr. Menon announces that he will be the managing director, replacing the then managing director who was about to retire maybe after 1 year or so. And he started telling me very clearly that the commercial part of our operations, the financial part of our operations, if you can start looking after, it will be a complementary strength, and God forbid, there are always exceptions, there are always certain things which we do not know, but he had that assurance, that commitment, this brand will be amongst the top 10 brands in the real estate sector very soon, provided we handle this aspect. The delivery part, the quality part, we do not have to worry. Till this date, literally speaking, I have been following those dictums, where Mr. Menon and now his son, who happens to be the chairman of our company, they have been managing that most difficult part, and probably I am managing the least difficult part of somehow ensuring that okay, the company gets the required land bank, required approvals and required cash flows to see to it that this brand is properly managed, marketed and harnessed.
Very nice. You touched on something that I also wanted to touch next, and that is about Sobha. Sobha has become such a brand. You won the top best practices award second time in a row. It is, and that too in an industry not known for it, right? So the other thing that you make it all you do is you make it sound all very easy. so I want to ask you, what is the secret of Sobha? I mean, how did you get here? You mentioned Mr. Menon's vision on delivering a great product, but it can't be that easy because everyone else would have done it. So what is the secret that enables Sobha to do it?
You are right. It's not an easy thing. What we are producing today, yes, it's not easy to achieve, and even if you wish to do, you have to make lots of efforts and you have to streamline lots of things. But I think you need to have first the willpower. The willpower to believe that irrespective of short-term benefits, I need to focus on the quality, quality in doing whatever I am doing. The quality of recruitment, say for example, the quality of inputs, whether it is small steel, cement or sand to any other things, the quality of technology, the quality of what shall I say, the processes, the standardization, the focus, unwavering focus, irrespective of the cost part. When it comes to the quality, the company has never thought twice that it will cost more or it is going out of its budget, so let us not compromise. So that kind of an unwavering focus and a messaging that at the end of the day, whatever we do, the quality focus need not be wavered. The quality focus must remain under all circumstances. This helped us a lot. The other thing, if I can point out, is the model itself. We are in the real estate development, but we try to do anything and everything which we believe, if it works out to our advantage from a cost point of view, and at the same time, even if we have to walk that extra mile, let us walk that extra mile and create a new vertical. So if you look at a company has today almost 200 design engineers. So you have the best of architects, best of structural consultants and architects, best of electrical or plumbing or environment engineers to ensure that whatever design engineering a building needs, you have in-house expertise. When it comes to the critical inputs also, whether it is blocks, concrete blocks, whether it is doors, whether it is windows, whether it is a precast plant, whether it is ready-mix concrete, whether it is GFRP, all these things, whenever we felt such things we can do on our own, we believe let us invest in technology, let us invest in capacity and ensure that certain things which is not otherwise available in the market of that high quality or that high technology, do it in-house. And you will be surprised that all these verticals now by themselves, they have become profit
centers.
Yes. So that business model itself is unique. Number 3, what I personally believe is the professionalization. While it is still owner driven, at the end of the day, the professionals are being empowered to take the call. So be it a designer, be it a production man, be it an engineer who delivers or works at site, be it a purchase man, or be it a finance man, or be it a land procurement guy, none of them have ever been asked to compromise or do anything which undermines that quality part. Similarly, from the customer's management point of view, we believe in talking upfront. If you look at our booking form, if you look at our home buyer's guide, if you look at the way our CRM, the customer relationship management vertical, it tries to convey the right information in a timely manner. That in itself is something a benchmark. And all such things, when you look at from the best practices point of view, people do take note of that. And I can bet that any customer today in India after having dealt with anyone, if he visits our sites and if he happens to become our customer, he will definitely have a superior experience. That's the hallmark which allows us to have repeat customers. We may be the only company where our customers feel joy in recommending our products to their friends and relatives.
And you have a referral program as well.
And we do have a referral program as well.
So it's just a beautiful combination of 4 things: commitment, willpower, without compromise. Do in-house. If you need to deliver the quality, if you don't get that outside, and you mentioned a great thing that your in-house teams have become profit centers, and professionalism and the people, managing the people. So there's professionalism, and lastly taking care of the customer. Just 4 things, that is the mantra.
You are right.
Okay, fantastic. That said, the industry over the last 4 or 5 years has not been the best. I mean, in your career in real estate, have you seen a spell this long? That's number one. And what do you feel is really happening in the industry, and how long do you see this continue?
See, inherently we believe that the way in India, the Indian real estate sector, so far the way it has been driven, the cyclicality part was always inevitable. It is another story that we were never prepared for that. The only difference this time what I find is primarily that post 2009, that 8-9 global financial crisis, the companies, when they saw that Indian economy and especially the Indian real estate sector bouncing back very fast, and money was made available quite easily, their exposure, their balance sheet became too stressed during this span than during the previous recession. So while I am being given to understand that the period from 95-96 till 2001-2 was also a bit longish period of the slow demand or low demand, but the last 4 years, while the demand has been subdued, I do agree with you. The primarily problem had been that the most of the developers at this point of time, they carry a debt burden which is 3 to 4 times more than what it used to be in the past, and that is where most of them have failed in their commitments and somehow lost that connect. Sometimes you do feel sad and sorry that here you give a product where almost 100% of the customers they have been benefited because of the real estate, the inherent assets what they get. But at the end of the day, the guy who gives them that product of their life, they are not happy with that. We believe that someday a time will come where the customers will start acknowledging the contribution a developer makes in their life.
And it is definitely not an easy job to be a developer. We all appreciate that. I think you raised a very important point there. I think the big difference between this slowdown that we have had in our industry versus any others is the amount of capital we suddenly were playing with, right? And the lack of mismanagement or not being able to manage it. Or at least, to give them credit, they didn't have the experience also in the past to do it. So I think it's a learning lesson. So that takes me to my last question. What will be your advice to developers in this market? I mean, y'all are sitting in a very comfortable position. Clearly, y'all would have prepared and worked for it. Based on your experience, what would be your advice to developers? How long do you think this is going to last?
I think that worst is behind us. Today when we are talking, we know that from 1st of May 2017, RERA has become a reality. We have been given to understand that from 1st of July 2017, the GST also will become a reality. So now it it is just not possible for a developer to continue with whatever bad practices or wrong practices or practices which do not conform to the ethics or to the business standards which minimum at least a developer must have. Primarily is to deliver a product on time. Primary to deliver a product where quality wise, amenity wise, he should be doing a complete job. Then what shall I say, some jobs being left here and there unattended, primarily to ensure that the legal title and the approvals of that asset is passed on without any problem. These are the bare minimum requirements. I as a consumer, you as a consumer also would love that the developer delivers.
There's some great takeaways over there. I mean, in short, for the developers, I would say this has been a great learning for the developers, and they should think of looking long term. The second thing I think you very clearly touched upon is that it is a good time to buy. The prices are going to go up, and the industry is going to become a lot more professional. So these are great signs for our industry. And in that positive note, I'd like to thank you, Mr. Sharma, for the time with Colliers TV, and thank you very much. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
You're very welcome, sir. Thank you.